Here now with reaction, Fox News contributor Joe Concha and Project 21 chairman Horace Cooper. Gentlemen, thanks so much for joining us. Joe, Donald Trump may be one of the best retail politicians we've ever seen, and I can't imagine Joe Biden even attracting a fraction of that crowd and being able to do it, off the cuff without having to just read every line from a teleprompter.
Well, Jason, you don't have to imagine it. That's the reality, right? As far as what we've seen with Joe Biden and with Donald Trump, clearly the enthusiasm and the momentum is behind the former president. And if the election were held today, instead of 164 days from now, not only is Donald Trump your next president, he wins by landslide, not seen in decades. This isn't going to say that he's going to win New York, but even if he's within, as you just reported, within single digits like he is now, and striking distance like he is in New Jersey, in a dead heat in Minnesota and Virginia, that will force the Biden campaign to spend time and resources in states that they thought they had locked up. And now Donald Trump is leading in all the major swing states: North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. So you tell me how Joe Biden wins, given the current state of the country, given where we are with inflation, where we are with crime, where we are with illegal immigration, where we are with foreign policy, education, energy independence, and the fact that Joe Biden, particularly lately, as we've seen in speeches, is aging as well as mayonnaise left out in a summer hot day instead of like a fine wine. I don't know if the election were held today, Donald Trump wins and he wins easily. I don't know how Joe Biden reverses this at this point, Jason.
Horace, explain from your vantage point the phenomenon of Donald Trump. Why is he doing so well with so many people? I mean, across the entire spectrum, he's doing exceptionally well.
Okay, so there's two factors here. One is that the former president is doing quite well, but there's the other factor. The existing president is doing very, very poorly. You mentioned the ability of one to be able to speak off the cuff and the other to have to, Joe Concha did at least, have to use a teleprompter. We can stipulate our president is tired, he is aging, he isn't competent. But here's the real issue. The real issue is it is the actual program, the actual public policy. The fatal mistake of progressives is they believe, like when the president went to Morehouse, that you have to talk to the audience as if they're from outer space. They're, yes, people who are black, but they pay a mortgage, or they plan to. They plan to get married. They plan to travel. They plan to live life. If you watched the rally of Donald Trump, what you saw was a man that talked to Americans. It turns out that all Americans don't like it if you show up at the Amtrak station or the rail station and somebody pushes you off. It turns out that all Americans, black ones and browns, whites, don't like if foreigners come into the country and you give them a debit card with $200, $300, $400, or $500. There's no special message needed. Right. And as I predicted with my book, Put Y'all Back in Chains, How Biden's Policies Hurt Black America, what Trump has discovered and has recognized as president, policies that help everyone are popular with all Americans. It's Joe Biden that has the real problem here.
Yeah, and you have, to your point, Horace, Joe, you got the governor of New York calling the people that attended clowns. I mean, literally called them clowns for showing up. It's as if they don't understand the phenomenon of Donald Trump, and they talk down and belittle these people, and they have a very, very negative and dark message for the people of New York and the other blue states and the entire United States, Joe.
And Jason, they don't understand history, recent history, where 2016, Hillary Clinton called Donald Trump supporters a basket of deplorables. And I will say, and you may agree, that was the turning point in that election where you had the elitist Hillary Clinton talking down to supporters of Donald Trump in places like Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, all states that he won because he understood the struggles that they were going through under the Obama administration. And Hillary Clinton says, oh, no, they're just deplorables. They're racist. They're xenophobic. Yeah. So why would Kathy Hochul possibly go down that road and call all the people that attended that rally in the South Bronx clowns? It will backfire because, again, the Democrats used to be the party of the working man and woman, and now they're the party of elites. And it shows. I mean, it's very obvious at this point, Jason.
Last word to you, Horace.
Look, this media that's supposed to be helping to inform the American public so they can make decisions about public policy are not equal. If a Republican called a rally in a predominantly minority community, the people who showed up, clowns, I promise you that's front page news on the New York Times. It is shameful that this dismissive attitude exists with the progressives that lead the Democrats. This is the reason why so many Americans, black, white, or brown, are running away as quickly as they can. Shame on them.
Yeah, and they refuse to look at it and understand it and digest it, and it's going to cost them dearly up and down the ticket. Joe Concha, Horace Cooper, thank you so much for joining us tonight on Hannity.